Okay, now this is one of the most important modules that I've created for you, especially during prep week. But you can always come back to this module if you're lacking a bit of inspiration, a bit of motivation. So, values and goal setting exercise. Now, a lot of people don't know, but I've got a little bit of a background in motivation. It's a bit of a word that's been thrown around so much that it's just kind of lost deep-seated understanding of how powerful it can be. And you hear all these things on the internet like, oh, it's not about motivation, it's about discipline. It's not about discipline, it's about habits. It's not about habits, it's about having a vision. And you're just like, fuck me, I just need to get driven to do what I know I need to do, but I just don't feel like I'm doing. So if you're lacking like that kind of instant stuff, that's what like I'm here for as well. Shoot me up messages on the BBC app, as well as hit me up in the weekly surveys, in the check-in calls. That is literally what I'm here for, to get you to accomplish your goals. Now, if you're looking for something more deep-seated, more meaningful, more driven, something that I can like tangibly hold on to, okay, Jane is really driven by this, and I wouldn't have known that unless she'd completed this survey. And it's not so much a survey, it's 13 questions answered 3 times. So I'll scroll down and just show you what I'm talking about here. So yeah, my background, for those of you who don't know, you've heard of Tony Robbins and all that, the self-help yada yada like industry. Back in the day, I actually was working for a gentleman named John D. Martini. Working is probably a loose word. I was trained in implementing and teaching and I was a certified trainer of his concepts. And I went so deep down that kind of self-help rabbit hole that I was literally getting paid to help people rewire the way they think, the way they drive. They drive themselves, their inability to take action. I've worked with people from everything from overeating, sexual abuse, physical insecurities, career clarity, many like dark areas, and many like uplifting areas, let's just put it that way. And I got to the stage where I was literally giving Dr. John D. Martini, who for those, the way I describe him, he's kind of the scientific version of Tony Robbins. So he's very evidence-based, extremely knowledgeable. He's kind of a freak of nature who just has this photographic memory. He's read, I think, over 50,000 books. He's had a huge background and career in the healthcare industry. He works with celebrities, Fortune 500 companies, literally about getting them to take action and knowing who they are, what they want to do in life, blah, 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 blah. And I was literally giving him advices on how to improve certain elements in his courses, which he was taking on, and it was being implemented to like thousands of people, thousands of people like taking on exercises that I would suggest into his course. And through no fault of anyone's own, I'll just get a pat on the back or a thanks for the suggestion. We've implemented this into the program. Cheers, Jack. Cheers from John. I'm like, awesome. Okay, maybe I should do my own versions of this. So at the moment, what I've got for you guys is I'm going to send you straight to John's free Determine Your Values questionnaire. The way I describe it, it's how you determine what you find valuable in your life on more of a less conscious level. So this is a way for you to get tangible knowledge and understanding of what your highest priorities are in your life whether you know them or not. So you're going to be answering really basic questions, but they're really driven by how your mind operates 95% of the time. So a lot of people don't understand that you're actually like making conscious decisions about 5% of the time, like in your day-to-day. Everything else is almost on like an autopilot, subconscious, fight or flight kind of way of moving and interacting and reacting to your friends, your family, your work. It doesn't seem like that because there's a lot of emotion tied into it, which is why everything kind of feels quite surreal. I really love the neuroscience and diving into this kind of stuff when it comes to motivation and taking action. And as you can see, so all you need to know for now is jump in, do the survey, do the exercise, do step 1. If you do want to learn a little bit more about like the deep-seated, how the brain works, like the really crunchy stuff, I do have like an optional video down here that I created. It's a 1-hour slideshow. It's sped up as well, if you do ever want to watch that. But step 1, jump onto this link, give this a bit of a read, and you're going to be taken over to this link where you'll have to sign up. It's a free sign up, and you'll answer 13 questions 3 times. And the questions are going to be like, if we were to look at your bank account right now, what are the 3 things that you have invested money into the most in the last 3 months? That's how I want you to answer the questions, like really literal, really tangible, not what do I wish I'd spent money on? No. What have I invested money on? So rather than rent, rather than bills, where have I spent the majority of my money? So the number 1 answer, where I spent the most of my money, could be clothes, it could be my children, it could be health food, it could be on fitness programs and coaching programs. Where have I literally spent the top 3 things in my life? The next ones are going to be like, what do I fill my space with? Like your space, so your bedroom, your living area. If I was to literally look at your bedroom, what would literally be filling the space, not including like your bed, not including the couch, unless you've spent like $1,000 on it and you're like a interior designer. But if I was to look at the walls on your wall, what would I see? If I was to look at, is there clothing just everywhere on the floor because you love clothing? Literally, what do you spend the most amount of time on? There's other less literal questions in this. You'll go through it. I'll keep this video as short as possible. So you go in, answer these questions. At the end of this survey, you're going to be presented with ways that you need to like group all the answers together. So you'll see you've got 39 answers all at the end of completing the survey, and you kind of want to double all the ones up together. So you're going to see like, oh, I've answered clothing, I've answered buying clothes, I've answered fashion design. Okay, let's just put that under casual dressy clothing, or you could be like gym gear, gym clothing, gym program, meal plans that you've paid for through Jack in the BBC. Okay, that goes under health and fitness, and you're going to group about 5 or 6 answers, and they're all going to be prioritized once you complete this survey. So this survey is going to end up showing you a pie chart and percentages of your highest priorities in your life, and that's exciting stuff. So it's not going to actually show me, you don't have to show me what you're literally spending your money on, like those specific answers. You can take them out when you're summarizing the document. So if you're worried about getting too personal on this answer, don't worry, you can edit it after you've gone through with it yourself. So finish this off. Once you get that summarized chart, you can actually like download it as a PDF, and you can actually send it through. So if we go back to the steps, so that's just complete step 1. That's literally just answering those 13 questions. Step 2, I've made this as easy as possible for you. It's a fill in the blanks. So you're going to take those 3 highest priority answers that you get out of doing that 13 question survey, and you're gonna come over to this document, and you're going to go to File, Make a Copy, and then you're going to get your own version of this that you can edit. And you're literally going to fill in, okay, this is my number 1 answer, this is my number 2 answer, these are my number 3 answer. And then you're going to just give this a read. It's going to really show you how powerful those top 3 answers are. So you don't have to read this now, you can read this later, and you can also answer these questions here. I'll give this a highlight as well. Okay, and it's just going to give you a bit of clarity around what drives you in life and the importance it has on your life, your identity, and how you can use this information just to tackle your goals in the future. If you want to share this with me as well, like I want you to share this with me, because it's going to change how I like talk to you, how I push you, how I motivate you. And step 3, the BBC 40-40 priorities exercise. Now, this is probably where you're going to get like the most benefit out of this motivation exercise and self-clarity and drive and purpose exercise. But it's going to be a little bit tough. I'm not going to lie. It's not that it's hard to do. It's just that you're going to have to use a bit of brain power. And because what I'm literally getting you to do is just to make new neural connections as to why succeeding in your 90-day challenge, or 30 if you've opted in, is going to be so important for you. And if you didn't complete the 90-day challenge, why it would be so detrimental, not only for you, but for your loved ones, your goals, your highest priorities in life. So you'll go over to step 3. You'll click this link. It's going to take you to this page. Got it? You're going to go to make a copy, and you're just going to take those top 3 answers that you had from the first step. I'm going to write them here, and just going to answer these questions 30 to 40 times. So, for example, my top 3 highest priority exercise would be, for me, let's just pretend, I do know what it is, but let's just pretend I'm you, and it's my children. Let's just say you've got a kid. 40 reasons why you completing the BBC challenge would benefit your kids. So you could do 10 for your kids. The next exercise, it might be along the lines of, I'm going very broad, it could be something to do with your career. So let's just say you're a student, how it's going to affect your students, how it's going to affect your progressing in your career. Number 3 could be like relationships and dating. How is doing this going to, like another 10 answers, how's it going to benefit me, my career? And then you do the opposite. How's it going to be negatively impacting those top 3? And what you'll find, like you're going to have this breakthrough of clarity of how important this is. So, and this essentially ties your health and fitness and meals discipline into what you already value most in life, and it's already showing examples of in life that is your highest priorities. So instead of this journey being seen as a sacrifice, it gets in the way of the things that are in the top 3 priorities in your mind, in your brain, in your wiring. This is now seen as a way to enhance those top 3 without detracting from it. And how it's crucial, which logically we know that being healthier, more energy, more focus, more driven, less brain fog, like it's going to benefit your decisions and your ability to thrive and love your other top 3 benefits that you prioritize in life. So really cool stuff. Go through the exercise and answer these 30 to 40 times. And if you're running out of ideas, I have put down like things that you can and can't draw from to get ideas. And if you are getting like to that point where you just can't think of ideas, throw it up in the Facebook group or shoot me a DM, and we'll get you caught up and up to date. So, and that's it. It's literally those top 3 steps. Do this exercise, fill in the blanks here, do this exercise. I've also got a couple of optional ones. So if you want to send me your that pie chart of your top 13 answers, so it's just going to be the summary, not the detailed responses, submit it on this drop form link. I think I've got it here. It helps me, like, again, know how to talk and motivate you. So it does say optional here, but I really want you to shoot it through. Like, you'll have such a profound experience by going through this that you should send it through to me, and it'll help me get what you want out of life, and then some. And then, like I said, I've got a video here. It just goes really deep into your mind versus taking action in life. It's an amazing video. I spent weeks creating this. It's a PowerPoint presentation, dubbed over, sped up. All the fluff is taken out. I've cut other stuff into it, but if you don't have time, don't worry. Always recommend watching this after you've completed the exercise. So, cheers, enjoy, and looking forward to seeing responses. If you do have any like revelations, post them in the Facebook group, post them to your social media, and tag me in them. Tag Jack Ryan Official, tag Booty Building Challenge, tag Recovery Eating, Recovery Dieting, whatever you can. Like, if you do have a really great experience and you know other people are going to benefit from this, which they will, let's get them involved. So cheers guys, and talk to you in a bit.